Every problem in business, in sport, in our day-to-day lives is a human problem. And every human problem is a mind problem. The mind causes every single one of our problems, from making the right decisions in the boardroom to getting in the way when trying to execute our skills on the field or court. Everything stems from the mind. If you understand this, you approach things differently. You approach problems differently. You see, the problem is never the problem. In fact, most of the time, the true problem is our desire to get rid of the problem and thinking it's a problem. Take stress. Does our perception of stress as a problem make stress go away? Does our desire to make stress go away get rid of it? No. It only adds to the stress, right? You're on a tight deadline. Things are becoming overwhelming. Jobs are stacking up. Your to-do list is only getting bigger. There's so much to do and so little time to do it. You're never going to get it all done, and yet all you can think about is how stressed you are. You're getting stressed about being stressed. You're getting frustrated about being stressed because you know it's distracting you from doing your work and actually getting something done. The problem is not the stress. It's not the mountain of work you have to do. The problem is your problem with stress. Your perception that stress is bad and that you don't want to feel it and that you just wish it would fuck off, that's the problem. I mean, what if you didn't care about being stressed? What if you understood why you got stressed and you actually empathized with it? And then through this understanding, it just didn't bother you as much. You know that you feel stressed when you have a lot of work to do and your mind is constantly reminding you of how little time you have to do it all. But by now, we know that our mind and us are not the same thing. So you can see it for what it is. I'm not saying that this is easy. In the heat of the moment, with the stress pouring out, you may not be able to sit back and understand where it's coming from. You may still view it as an issue, a feeling that you don't want. But understand that your resistance to this feeling is what the true problem is. Think about this. If you're on a boat, a really big ship, does it matter if the waters are calm or raging? No, because no matter what, the boat continues to float on top. That's what it's like when you and the mind are separated and you feel stressed. You feel the stress, but you remain afloat. This is the same for any problem. A disagreement in a meeting is a disagreement between two minds. And the problem is not what the disagreement is about, where most people would rush in and fix that disagreement. What it's really about is the intention and the perspective of the two minds having the disagreement. If you change that, the disagreement goes away by itself. No matter what the disagreement is about, if the intention and the perspective behind coming from the two minds was a sincere intention to understand both points of view and a genuine desire to find the best outcome, not for themselves, but for the company or the team or whatever the context happens to be. If that were the case of the two minds, well, the disagreement would likely not happen in the first place. And even if it did, the resolution would find itself quite naturally and quickly. Now, I'll finish by saying that this is not some airy-fairy esoteric bullshit. And it's not some new age crap. It's not some technique or method to try out at the next meeting. This is a genuine understanding about what problems really are, because they are never what we believe the problem to be. They, in truth, are a problem of our perception about them, a problem of our desire to be rid of them. They are a problem of the mind. Again, it comes back to, if you want to be free of your problem, cut the leash to your mind, because it's the one causing the problem. The longer you desire to be free of your problem, the tighter your grip is on the leash, the more you're going to be dragged around. See problems for what they really are, and you'll actually start finding solutions.